edition of our herb walk. Today I'm here with my son Malachi. This was actually supposed to apologize because this was actually supposed to be heard from Sunday, but we didn't get a chance to. And then we were kind of playing around with the schedule feature, and that didn't work out so well. So we are continuing our look on the ancient way of learning how to determine the medicinal use of herbs. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to apologize again for the last video that we did. We got interrupted in the feed, and then after being interrupted, I went on doing live, thought it was live, but then it was a private video. So in our last video, we did give some assignment as we spoke about the what we call the doctrine of signatures. We spoke about ways that you could identify the healing properties of herbs. And Malachi, we actually tasted some herbs, right? Which herb do you think you could go and find some of those herbs that you tasted?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and look for some of those herbs that you tasted. As many as you can find. All right. So it's important that we bring our children into the legacy of this knowledge, because we need to pass it on to them. I think only one person sent some herbs to me, and I'm gonna ID them later this evening from Trinidad. I don't remember his name. I'll put the name later on. And last week's video, I arranged in chapters. So because it was over an hour long, and one person said that it was challenging to sit down and listen to video for over an hour long, and I did take that into consideration. So what I've done and what I'll do with this video is that I will put it into chapters, so it's easy to find the content on the video. So if you look in the description, then you should find the chapters there. Also, every opportunity we get to remind persons about the importance of food security. As we talk about food, we can't talk about food without not talking about medicine. And so in the description, you'll also see a link to make a contribution to a project that we're working on. And that project basically is we have actually set up the greenhouse, and we are now in the process of adding some what we call indigenous alkaline vegetables to that, to expand the variety of vegetables that we eat. We hear about food shortage, which is not real because we have so many greens around us. But there are many wild edible plants out there, and what we want to do is we want to add 12 edible herbs to the list of vegetables that persons would know, so that they can expand their range of vegetable offerings. Because right now, when you talk about food shortage, you're talking about the vegetables that is domesticated, that is commonly known, and that is commonly sold in the markets. But there are many other foods out there. We have also here at the kibbutz, we've actually also started working on producing our own flour. So right now we have flour that's made from plantain. We have flour that's made from bananas. We have flour that's made from breadfruit. And we're going to be adding some more flour options. So if you're in Jamaica, I wouldn't say those of you in the States, if you're in Jamaica and you would be interested in starting to eat Jamaican, starting to eat what actually comes from Jamaica, then that would be good, because these are actually gluten-free flours. All right, so Malachi is back, and Malachi is going to tell us about the plants that you. So you want to tell us about these plants that you tasted? Which one is this one?
The knobweed.
This one is what?
Knobweed.
Knobweed. You remember? Come closer so everybody can see it. So this is the knobweed. Sit down.
Oh.
Do you remember what it tastes like? Did you taste that one?
Nope.
Didn't taste one. All right. What about this one?
Yes, I taste it all the time.
This one is which one?
The show button.
Show button. All right. So this is the show button RDC, yeah? And we have a video coming out on this one. We're looking at herbs that grow around us. When you tasted this one, which part of this do you eat, by the way?
Grapes.
The grapes. Have you ever tasted the leaves?
The leaves?
Mm-hmm.
No. They're stony.
They're what?
Stony.
Stony. So Malachi says that when you taste you want to taste it again? What is it bitter? Tell me what taste what are the tastes that you're experiencing when you taste it?
Tin.
Stain.
It tastes like a bit of bitter too.
Slight amount of bitterness. Okay. Well, the stain that you're tasting is what we call astringent. All right? And look at this tongue. I'm going to taste the leaf. It tastes just like the fruit. So it's stony. You want to taste it? How it tastes?
Stony too.
Stony. All right, so guys, we want you to get knowledge of the 12 different tastes that and experiences that you'll get from herbs, because later on we talk about how to know the medicinal uses of herbs. One of the ways that our ancestors knew the medicinal use of herbs is that they were able to taste the herbs. When you taste a herb, it will have about 12 possibility of taste. Or those tastes or experiences is a result of certain chemicals in the plants, and certain chemicals are responsible for certain properties that the herb will have. And right now we're experimenting with the taste so that we're able to identify the different tastes of herbs. All right, what about this one? This one.
Spike moss.
It's not spike moss. This is a fern.
Fern.
Yeah, it's not spike moss. All right. Remember how you identify the spike moss? So look at it again. Remember the spike moss? When you look at the leaves, look at this. So let me just show you. So this is a maiden fern. Well, not a maiden fern. This is actually a young kalawala that is calling spike moss. Tell you what, you're too tired to go down, right where the corner is on the road.
Yeah, we're going to
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
All right, run go there and see if we can find some spike moss. Okay. And then we want to taste it and then show our viewers what spike moss look like. All right? All right. So Malachi is gone to look some spike moss, because this week we gave out an assignment for everybody on the channel. If you're watching this video, if you're just seeing this video and you didn't see the assignment, and you need to go to last week's video, which is this is going to be part 3. Look at part 2, go into the description, and you'll actually see in the chapters exactly where the assignment is. All right, because we want persons to actually taste the herbs and experience them. So we're not gonna be long. Last week we looked at mints and we spoke about how to identify mints. So what we're doing basically is we're going to be working with about 8 families of herbs. We're going to use 8 families of herbs, and then we're going to use 12 possible tastes of herbs to help you to know the medicinal benefit of a herb. So I'm doing that in a very timely way. So last week we looked at the mint family, which is I think over 14,000 different herbs that make up the mint family, and the mint family basically comprises a lot of aromatic herbs, which is one of the taste again. And what we'll do is that you are supposed to go out there and find about 5 plants that produce red flowers, 5 plants that produces yellow flowers, and what their medicinal uses were, You were supposed to find 5 plants that grew thorn on them, as well as what were their medicinal uses. Look at my dog. Right now he's eating some herbs. Let me see if I can show you. Stop. Right, so even he's consuming some medicine, and pretty much so right now he's eating some grass, which ironically is the herb that we're going to be looking at today. Let me see if I can show you. Right, so if you look at her, she's pretty much eating grass, and we're going to be looking on grass today. For some time now, she's not feeling well, and in order to overcome the illness, what she's doing is eating grass. I'm going to be talking about the grass family today. All right, can you see her? All right, yeah. So she's in the video today. So she's having grass, and the reason why she's having this grass, eating this grass, is because she's not feeling well. All right, so Malachi is gone to get one of the herbs that he tasted this week. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're going to be looking on the members of the grass family. All right, so grass basically is another large species of herb. The leaves are vertical. Usually they are vertical, and most of the herbs that I'm looking at, it is a herb that has the least showy flowers. So grass usually have flowers that are irregular, and they're they're and you have grass from members of the grass family being shrubs to members being as big as bamboos. All right, so all of that is grass, and when you taste grass, if you take any grass and taste it, what you're going to find is that it's usually salty. Taste any grass, the leaves tend to be anywhere from salty, pretty much salty, to a mild bitter. All right, so it will be pretty much salty to a mild bitter, and that is because it's laden with minerals. So it's the taste, that the salty taste that you're tasting is usually the taste of minerals and mineral salts that are present in that herb. And usually salts are full of vitamins, and they are very good for dissolving any type of tumor. Because it's high in minerals, also it tends to be very nutritious. All right, tends to be very nutritious. You see a lot of cows eating grass because it's laden with minerals. And so once you taste that, you're gonna find that these type of herbs, most grass, tend to be diuretics. So they tend to encourage the body to pass fluid. They tend to help with urination issues, and some of them are mild laxatives. All right, so Malachi is back. All right, Malachi. All right, so you can sit down. All right, and tell us about this herb that you tasted.
Never tasted.
All right. What's the name of this herb?
Spike moss.
Spike moss. All right. And this is one of the mosses. When I tasted it, it had You can go ahead. Taste it. Slightly, maybe slightly. It's fresh. I wouldn't say it's salt. It's not bitters. It's not staining. But I'm gonna be doing a video on the spike moss. So this week you pretty much learn these 4 plants. So they were the spike moss. Which other one?
Knobweed.
Knobweed.
Bit,
Jackass bitters.
Jackass bitter.
And which other one?
And the spike moss.
And the spike moss.
And the pink.
And the pink fringe. They didn't pink fringe. What taste the pink fringe have? You don't remember the pink fringe?
Remember I look never tasty.
You don't remember how the pink fringe tastes? Sour.
Sour.
Yeah, the pink fringe had growth there, so it's sour.
Will it taste it?
Not when we were going down, but at another time we always eat it. We always pick it and eat it, remember?
Oh.
And it always have this tangy flavor. So today basically we're talking about the grass. And one of the most common grass that we have around us is what, Malachi?
The spike.
That one.
Bamboo.
Bamboo leaf. And that's a very common grass. And grasses are, as I said, typically salty. They're filled with minerals, and they are diuretic. So if you have persons with swelling or persons with water retention, But I don't want to go ahead of myself. As I said, what I want to do is I want to talk about the 12 different tastes, and then we're going to look at the 8, and we're going to look at 8 of the biggest families in the plant kingdom, and then we're going to use the 12 different tastes and the 8 biggest families, and we're going to cross-reference those to review and to look at some of the healing properties of herbs, because this is how pretty much our ancestors knew herb. They used it. Doctrine of signatures, they used tasting, they looked at animals to see how animals interacted with plants, and from that, basically, that is how they knew how to heal themselves. And by the way, the dog, when dogs are sick, like you just see a puppy being sick, when they eat the grass, what it is going to do is that it's going to have an emetic reaction, which is because of how their stomach is structured and the bacterial content of their stomach, it's going to cause them to throw up. And so when they throw up, that is one of the ways that dogs typically detoxify themselves. You didn't know that? Yep. Most time dogs are sick, they will tend to eat grass.
Yeah, no, they eat one. They eat.
Which grass?
And they eat tea grass.
Which grass?
And tea grass.
You see them eating the fever grass?
Yes, fever grass.
Right. So they'll instinctively go for any type of grass that they can get. And once they eat the grass, see her there eating the grass again. Look. She's eating the grass. Right, she's just recovering from an ailment. So up here, so all of we eat bush, even with dog. Right, Shaggy?
Shaggy.
So she wasn't well. So our ancestors now would look at that grass and they would know that is something that's not poison. That is something that is edible. And so they would so most grasses, by the way, are edible. Most grasses are edible. Most grasses make a wonderful juice. So if you get most grasses and blend them with ginger, and maybe a little garlic, depending on what you want, or ginger with something tangy like some lemon, then you would have an excellent juice that's a diuretic. All right? Here's another dog eating grass. So, as I said, most of them were sick recently. and well, not sick, but here's another one. Right, so they're all eating grass because that is how they will overcome any ailment that they have. So a lot of times people think grass is just for animals. Grass are very good for the digestive system. There's a grass that we have that is called guinea grass. Guinea grass, the root of guinea grass is extremely good for a number of digestive issues and indigestion, bloating, and that type of things, especially the root of the grass. So we use that to make a medicine. But for persons who are overweight, you can, there's wheat grass and there's barley grass, and these are the domestic grass, but there's a lot of wild grass out there that are loaded with minerals. So here, one of the dogs having an emetic reaction. So she's eating grass and she's having a little issue with bringing up whatever is not settled on her stomach. So, and that is just so funny because we had, this is unscripted. We didn't know that they would be here eating grass, and this was the topic that we planned to talk on today. So again, this is just so inspiring because here we have the animals actually demonstrating that the power of grass, and also showing how it affects the body. So there are many grasses out there. Bamboo is one of the largest species of grass that we have, and it has dozens of medicinal properties. Bamboo helps with, it's a diaphoretic, it helps with relieving fever, it helps with inducing sweating, helps with removing headache. Most grasses are nutritional in their constitution, and so they make wonderful edible options basically to our diet, and these are not just for animals. So most herbs, most plants that you see out there are edible, especially when they're in their young state. So we can go ahead and we can experience them. And as I said that we just need to interact with nature more. We just need to interact with our surrounding more to find out what is out there, what is edible, what is available. But today, I wanted to look at members of the grass family. And as I said, these are plants that have vertical leaves. The vein structure is vertical or parallel, sorry. The leaves are elongated. They normally carry a taproot system, and they have the least showy flowers, and most of their flowers are irregular. Most grass tend not to be aromatic, but there are some aromatic ones. And then once you taste them, what you're going to experience is mostly salinity. What you're going to taste is saltiness, and the salt that you're tasting is really the presence of minerals, which help us to identify, understand that grasses are powerful in terms of their nutritional content and their nutritional benefits. All right. So, as I said, didn't want to be long today. Anything you want to say, Malachi, before we close off about the plants that you tasted?
Yep, they're like, first time I saw them, I didn't think they can eat.
First thing I saw, okay.
Cause every time I walk around, I see a lot of tree fruits, but I never thought the leaves can eat too. So yeah.
Okay, so you didn't know the leaves were edible. Yeah, but the leaves are edible. A lot of the vegetables are around us is the leaves that we eat. All right. So, guys, thank you for watching. I hope that this session wasn't long, but I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, please drop them in the where?
The comments.
Drop them in the comments. What else? What will you want our viewers to do?
Follow.
Follow us. Like.
subscribe.
subscribe, and what? Share.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, if this content was any benefit to you, please like, subscribe, and share. And I wanna use more Sundays to put out content like this. Also, in the description, we'll put a link where you can make a contribution to our greenhouse, where we will be setting up 12 indigenous alkaline vegetables that we can teach the public about, that we can help them to know that it's not only domestic vegetables out there. All right. Look out for our. Today was the first of season 6 of the Herbally Speaking series, and those videos come out every single Monday at 10 a.m. So look out for that. Please like, subscribe, and share. We're hoping to put out a lot more content. We're hoping to put out a series of videos on our life here at the kibbutz. You'll meet the other parties, other person that live here, and how is it that we live, and how is it that we're trying to create a sustainable community, living off the grid, and just being able to feed ourselves. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Our class begins on the 15th of January. So if you would really like to know more about herbs, and not just for reference knowledge, if you would really want to become a practitioner of what we call Indigenous Caribbean medicine, we do have a course that we're offering. It's 10 months long. It's $70 to register now. It's only $100 per month. Class starts on the 15th. Orientation is next week, Sunday, the 8th. So I'll put a link in the description for you if you're interested in applying. And once you do apply, what we want to do is to show you the rudiments of Indigenous Caribbean medicine, and actually hold your hand and walk with you and show you how to set up your practice. All right, so until next time, this is Dr. Ben Israel and Malachi saying your health is your responsibility, and the greatest weapon against sickness and disease is education, not medication. Bye-bye. See you next week, guys. Done, Malachi, done.